has arranged a very special offer that's only available to you listeners. So when you call, be sure to mention this program, and you're going to get a risk-free trial of Dr. Pincus's Super C22 formula. Again, this is only available to you listeners, and only if you call this toll-free number. It's 1-800-208-2630.
Do you know if you live in a hurricane evacuation zone? You can find out right now by entering your address at floridamakeaplan.com. If you're in an evacuation area, a mobile home, or somewhere that floods easily, you're going to need to be able to get out if an evacuation order is issued. Also, know your home. Can it withstand strong winds and heavy rain? Understanding your risk now helps you make the right decisions when the storm approaches. Know your zone, know your home. Visit floridamakeaplan.com today.
This message is sponsored by the Florida Division of Emergency Management and the Florida Association of Broadcasters.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Hyland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storms, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Hyland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966 as Insurance Solutions. And years of experience helping people plan for their financial future, guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen. You can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy your some peace of mind and call Patrick Hyland today. Peace 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Passionate about sports? Want to talk college, prep, or pros? It's time to enter Patrick Hyland. Call in. Tell Patrick in Hillsboro, 1-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Hyland.
All right. Welcome into the zone, the Sports Zone, brought to you live at 12. We'll go down the college football and the pro football with you today. Have a lot of fun. And before we get started, though, thank you to the past, the present, and the future. Those folks are special people, courageous people, willing to take a bullet for us. And freedom isn't free, people. You know, there's always a cost to everything. People forget that, and we don't need to do that. Thank a veteran for his service. Thank the person who's serving right now for what they're doing. Very important. And God bless those men and women for us. And the policemen and women out there just patrolling the streets, God bless them. Heartfelt thanks for just doing a good. You're always going to have one out of be a jerk, but you can't worry about that. And we'll talk about that in a minute because of the Texas A&M South Carolina game. And then also our first responders, God bless them. They're out there every day just making us better, helping us, enough credit, and us parents need to do a better job preparing the kid for school instead of just handing them off and not worrying about it. That doesn't get the job done, doesn't make us a great nation. So thank you for all those parts. Scott Levinson, good morning, man. Happy friend.
Good morning, and same to you and everybody else. A wonderful weekend. Some great college games. watched some amazing NBA this week, and it's just it's a good time for sports, right? You got all three of the big four going, and it's pretty cool.
Oh no, you betcha, man.
If you're a sports fan, now is your time.
Texas A&M losing 30-3 at half, Scott. 30-3. They come back with 4 touchdowns to win 31-30 and keep their national championship hopes alive. If they would have lost that game, that might have knocked them out. Speaking of getting knocked out, I think we have Alabama knocked out of it now because Oklahoma beat them 23-21 in Alabama, baby.
What was Alabama doing sitting at number 4?
Because we want to have them up there high so people follow the polls and come to watch.
Whoever had them there was extremely high.
Biased.
No, I'm going with they were extremely high.
Okay. I like it. So I think we're done with talking about Alabama in the national championship picture.
Unless everyone next week loses and we've got it. No, we should be done with Alabama.
Have a situation where Bama plays in that title game, and then
They still got a shot at that, Josh?
yeah. So you could
Is
have
it long shot or is it realistic?
you could have
shot?
a situation where you have Bama or Oklahoma or Notre Dame, and so if it becomes just in terms of choosing who it's going to be.
Right.
So, like we always say, no matter what, someone's going to be left out. Those are all big fan bases. So you
Right.
could argue bias no matter what. There's going to be someone that
No
gets
doubt
left out.
about it. No doubt about it. Ole Miss took care of Florida yesterday, 34-24. In
What
good
is
old
Florida's
Oxford.
record right now?
I believe they are 4-6 right now, or I think they're 4-6.
So you need how many wins? To
6. They'll have to win their next 2 games, and that means they'll have to beat Florida State. Florida State winning yesterday, that's probably going to come down to whoever wins that game goes to a bowl game, and the one who doesn't win, they're home for the holidays. So, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
they're only 3-7.
The Gators are 3-7.
3-7.
Okay,
They're not
bye-bye.
going for
There's no bowl
bowl
game for them. All they can do is knock Florida State out of a bowl game now. Florida State, Josh, I guess, is 4-6 right now.
Loading.
Yeah, loading it up, brother. And,
They are 5-6.
5-6. Okay, and who do they play next week, Josh?
Or 5-5. So we've
Five-
still got, like you're saying, that Florida game could be crucial for whether or not we actually are able to
Right.
get in or not.
Well, no, wait a second, because who do they play before Florida?
NC State
NC State.
on Friday.
They should beat them.
Yeah,
Another
they should
Friday
have beat
night
a lot
special.
of teams this year. That
They came through last night. I give them credit. They covered the number for our investors out there. Way to go, Knowles. That's very key right now for Mr. Norvell. If he wants to keep his job, he better keep covering the number. Anyway, isn't it funny we have to talk about
Right.
that? But it's the truth.
But you're right. How again?
Miami killed them, Scott. That's why I think they'll beat
No,
them.
I'm looking at what you said. Forget the teams.
Right?
Any game. If you go into halftime at 30-3,
Yeah. South Carolina
that
choked
to
it.
me, that is an absolute coaching breakdown. You can't blame a game like that on the kids.
No. I'll never forget when Maryland came back against the University of Miami. Similar situation with Frank Wright, a quarterback who was
Was
the
it
Buffalo-
Wright or
Yeah.
Reich?
Right.
I don't know how he.
Yeah, but Frank Reich, and I think he's a good coach too, and he was a great backup for the Buffalo Bills, who are playing the Bucks today, which we'll get into here in a minute. But we're going to go down the college ranks for sure.
Yeah, but blowing a game like that,
no, it's
I don't
sad.
care what team it is, who it is. The fact that you can't get a field goal, something.
The Gamecocks sure choked in the second half, to say the least. So it's just sad. I hate to see games like. Hats off to Texas A&M for coming through, man. Probably right.
I
Good
think
point.
Ohio State would be favored by
Yeah.
at least 4.5 over anyone.
Yeah.
I-
Oh, yeah.
I
would
just,
agree.
Patrick, I just think you're seeing a different. They are just on a different level than the rest of the teams right now.
You've got Patricia in there at DC.
Yeah, I know. He's good, man. He's the former head coach. He's
I
good. I like
just
him.
they are running a pro program right
Yes,
now.
they
110
are.
Yeah.
Is Texas A&M? This could be destiny for them. What a way to come through, man. You know, that's when you go, boy, that's the biggest comeback. You know, in SEC history, that's the biggest comeback.
I believe in the Rudy factor.
Yeah.
I definitely believe it could happen, but when you say any given Saturday, any given Sunday, I just can't get that out of my mouth with Ohio State. I just think we've seen Ohio State in years just be a machine. I just think this could be the best Ohio State we've seen, period.
Josh, is it for sure that whoever wins the AAC gets the 12th seed, case closed, in a sense, unless they were ranked and better? Is that
So you're saying that you're saying because of this season and the way that things have played out?
Yeah, I think the AAC, unless if I'm wrong, please tell me. I think if they win whoever wins the conference championship of the AAC, they get the 12th seed or higher. But that's what they're going to get this year, and because
With USF losing in
Right.
that conference,
Yeah, because they'll be among the 5 highest
they are the
ranked.
5,
right.
right?
So it could come down to Tulane and Navy in the championship of
Right.
that game.
Navy is in the AAC, right,
Yes.
Josh?
Yeah, so
okay.
the
Thought so.
AAC could get in, and it could be the ACC doesn't have a single representative in the playoff because it's not.
Really?
Yeah, because they changed it now where it's not those Big 5 are all guaranteed. It's the
That's
it's the
one.
highest ranked conference champion. So you could, if it played out in a year, you could have multiple smaller schools from the smaller conferences, the non-power 4 or 5, whatever it is these days, that get in if they're ranked higher at the end of the year. Like if you have multiple Boise's.
Yeah. Do you like that, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. If they
Yeah.
win, they win.
You do too?
Yeah, I like, but with that right now, and
I'd
with,
like to see what type of football we get from it.
with the final 2 games in that conference, though, you got to believe Tulane will win both those games.
Yes, and Navy should win there
and
too.
Navy should win there too. I believe, and whoever wins that championship game is probably going to get the 12th spot, and they'd play the number 5 spot.
Well, this is interesting. Now, Miami, with their win, they're probably going to move up to. Yeah, probably not. I think. Well, does Miami vault above Alabama? Where do you put Alabama now, Josh, in your rankings of your top 15?
You got to go behind Notre Dame. I mean, I think you got to be behind Oklahoma, so they're probably right there outside.
Do you put
know,
Miami
on the-
above Alabama or Alabama above Miami?
They're right next to each other. The whole thing about Miami and Notre Dame that's funny is Notre Dame beat Miami head to head, or Miami won that game head to head. But since then, they've had 2 bad losses.
I know.
And Notre Dame has looked pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. Once again, there's going to be a major fan base that is most likely left out that will have a game. Look, man, Bama didn't make it last year.
That's right.
I know and they could have. So I know we like to pick on the ranking committee, and for good reason. There's a lot of, but it's a very imperfect process. There's not a perfect solution. They're doing their best solution to it. You like to think that someone upset. If you have 50 teams in there, the 50 mad.
That's no question about it. That falls under, I can't feel bad for you if you're that far down the line. It's like
Absolutely.
American Idol. Oh, that guy didn't make the, cut. Well, if he's that far down the line, it's hard to feel bad for somebody.
Patrick,
Yeah.
are you saying you watch American Idol?
No,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
Nancy's
you can,
friend.
No, you can say.
No, that's Nancy told me that. I
Yeah,
go,
yeah, okay.
"Well, believe me, I don't watch. I watch sports, smart guy. I go, is this show fair? And this is how it came up. She goes, well, not in your world, Patrick. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, because you think everybody deserves a shot. And I go, well, yeah, but if it's the 50th guy and the 49th guy, I'm not going to cry in my beer.
Here's the difference. Picking teams that go to the are picked by a
Big committee.
finite you're comparing that to American Idol.
Well, I'm saying for the
everyone in
final
the
cut.
world can vote on that.
Well, yeah, but the final.
They all call in and vote.
Yeah,
so
I'm saying
it's-
that's when the finals happen, Scott. But the top 24, there's some of this similarities. And here's the difference, though. At least the people on that panel of the American Idol have some entertainment knowledge, no talent. We got people on these football committees that really don't know football. That baffles me. Sounds like our Congress
I'm
throw a
not-
political shot in there.
I'm sorry for picking up Sophia Bulgara too. Yeah, Bulgara too.
I don't even know.
What's the comedy she's on? Modern.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's funny. That's
she's a
funny.
judge. Oh yeah.
She's a judge.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, she any musical talent for
I
her?
don't care.
Wow. I hope Robin's not listening to the show. Anyway, oh my. Right, Josh? Oh, trying to keep this boy out of hot water is tough. What about Georgia Tech, Josh? You know, they come through with the 36-34 win against Boston College. That was a great game yesterday. A lot of great games yesterday. Your dad was right on the money. You're telling me right now, Josh, there is not an ACC guy going to the
I'm just saying that right now, as it stands, the AAC champion is in a better position than the ACC champion because of how things have gone.
yeah.
The ACC has just been beating up on each other all year long.
The highest ACC would be the Hurricanes right now.
But they're not going to win conference.
No, I'm
because
just saying in seeding right now. I'm looking for a team
Yeah.
here, Josh, on my
they
paper.
could, but once again, so whoever the conference champions,
Right.
those are all guaranteed, and then that's what I'm saying. You're going to have a glut of your USC, Miami, Notre Dame.
So, okay, either Georgia Tech, Miami, I don't know who else in the ACC is available, but one of those will.
Well, you know it's not Florida State. You know it's not Clemson. You know, I mean, you can
Oh.
eliminate a lot.
I tell you what,
Georgia Tech right now on the Hard Rock to reach the playoffs is no minus 195.
wow,
So roughly what 60%,
yeah,
give or take. And obviously these change all the time. So
that's cool. It's going to be interesting. You had Virginia too. I mean, I don't know who's going to make the ACC final, Josh. That's going to be that's going to be
there's
interesting.
still lots of ball to be played over these
Amen,
next
brother. In the
Oh,
line,
my
listen,
few weeks.
we got Vito has to say. I know he doesn't want to talk about Penn State football because that was a joke. Maybe he can enlighten us with some pro ball, or he maybe has deeper to win it all. Good Mo, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. You all three, you're out of your minds.
What's your problem, pal?
All right, listen.
We'll ship
Josh,
you back
wanna
to
bet
New
me
York.
again so I can listen?
Go ahead.
How do you Ace? And there is no chance that an AAC team is going to make the playoffs this year.
It's a
If you
given.
think there's any chance,
Vito, it's a given.
The
it's a
champ
given.
gets one of the seeds.
They're the best of the top
what are you
five.
talking about?
They will be ranked. The AAC champ will be ranked higher than other teams. So who's ever ranked higher, right, Joshua?
What it's whoever ranked higher, but depending on how
right,
it goes, like
All right,
USF
hold on,
lost
guys,
to Navy.
Hold on. There was one team that's been ranked this year from the AAC, the American Conference, and that's been South Florida, and they took a hit. The only two teams that have a remote chance are Navy and Tulane.
Right.
Am I in the
It's
agreement?
not
Okay.
remote. The winner will go if they're in the championship game.
I don't. Nothing is guaranteed.
No,
You're
they not
you're
guaranteed,
assuming
no.
what would happen in the rest of the standing. It's it like those teams are going to face. So if Miami loses, if Georgia Tech loses, there's no.
Guys, I could read the whole thing for you, Vito, but it's broken down to where if Navy wins out and Tulane wins out, they will be the highest of the top five, the champion. It can't be a champion.
Why can't they be?
They have two losses in the ACC championship
All right,
game.
so Virginia can though, right?
They're not ranked.
Yeah, well, they're ranked 19th. Okay. I think Tulane or Navy, if they win out, will be ranked higher than Virginia.
Whoever wins that championship.
You're out of
game.
your mind too. Island. Oh my God.
Okay.
I don't know
All right.
what you're
Well,
talking
we'll
about.
see.
Jesus Christmas.
We'll see. I think they're going to
Yeah,
try
yeah,
to.
the powerhouses that are Navy and Tulane they're playing great. If Georgia Tech wins their last 2 games, they'll be in the top 10.
Yeah, he's right. You could have the ACC and Navy wins the American, and they both make it as well. Nothing is guaranteed.
Okay. All right.
That doesn't guarantee anywhere. But if you think that some team from the AAC is going to make the playoffs as an automatic bid, that they're going to be ranked higher than the other four winners of those conferences,
Well, Vito,
doubt
who's
that.
okay? Then Vito, who will be the 5th conference champion if the Big 10 goes to Ohio State, if the SEC goes to ATM, if the Big 12 goes to Texas Tech, and take Miami for the ACC? Who's the 5th conference?
Well, don't we have the Big 12 teams?
The Big 12 is Texas Tech.
Okay, Big 12, right? ACC.
Yeah,
SEC?
I think he's with us now, boys. I think we got him.
I think you
I think
figured
we
it
got
out,
him.
Vito.
Yeah.
Wait, there's not 5 automatic bids, guys.
Yes,
Yes,
there
there
is. That's
is.
new this year. And Notre Dame is also an independent, so they don't count in that mix.
Well, I know they don't count in that mix.
So again,
So you're telling me there's a 5th automatic?
Yes, they
Yes.
changed it this year.
Vito, what you're remembering is the Pac-12, which is now the Pac-2. And I promise you that Oregon State and Washington State are not getting in.
I'm not even thinking of them. No.
But
'cause
no-
they were- that's
So then I give
I
you.
don't-
It's
I'm not-
got to be them.
So it's not going to be the Sun Belt. I mean, maybe it could be James Madison. That's not going to be the Sun Belt. Not going to be the Pac-12. Not going to be the Mountain West.
I stand corrected, because if they put a 5th conference in,
Right.
I guess the ACC will be the. So they're going to get an automatic pick to a team that may not be in the top 25.
Welcome to the show, Vito.
No, whoever
That's
wins,
genius.
Vito,
That's
whoever, if they both go undefeated, Tulane and Navy,
You're getting too far in the weeds. I'm sorry. You're getting too far in the weeds. The
Yeah.
top 5 conference
Right.
champions ranked automatically get in. We know those 4 powerhouse conferences are in there. Give you ACC. Again, you take it. Who is the 5th conference? There has to be a 5th conference champion that makes it automatically.
Well, I once again I stand corrected. I'm not the smartest
All
guy
right.
in the thing.
now
Although I will say that Scott saying that Ohio State's a pro NFL team is about as ludicrous as I thought it was before you told me 5 teams. But that's crazy.
Not
So,
that they would beat or compete with an
I'm
NFL
not a
team.
compete,
But
Vito. I didn't mean
among
that.
all of the colleges, schools, well, Ohio State is a tier above everyone else.
Oh, I don't doubt that. But let's see what happens when they play Indiana.
Yeah.
That should be all right.
Vito, I don't believe any college team, no matter how good they are, can beat the worst NFL team.
Could
I
a
don't
college
believe that.
all-star?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
great question. You first, Joshua. Could I put a college all-star team together for 1 month to compete with the worst NFL
So you're
team?
saying an all rookie team
Yes.
to face the
Jets.
Saints.
Saints.
no.
Would it be a game?
I would favor the Saints
Sure
by
you would.
double digits.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. You
yeah.
too, Vito?
Yeah, man, that's a pro squad. That's
Okay.
you know, out of that, you know, all those college guys, it's what, 3 or 4 guys on each team.
And I get the
Yeah.
2 best tackles, 2
Oh,
best
man.
guards, best center, best QB, best fullback, best running back, good tight end, couple good wide receivers. Let's get it on.
Nah.
Defense is where it would probably suffer.
The sport now, I will not say that in every sport. Do I believe because of the way the game of baseball is played? I believe you could do that in baseball. I believe you can do it actually even in basketball.
A college
Uh,
all-star team could beat a
the
pro baseball
worst-
or pro basketball.
Yes, that
So,
I
you know, what do you
believe.
think?
Baseball.
Yeah. Like if you put I'm trying to think who was terrible this year.
Just pick the worst team.
I know. We'll say the
White-
Pirates, but they
White Sox, the Rockies, the White
yeah,
Sox.
the Rockies, they were horrific this year. We're not playing the game in Colorado. If I got all the best college, if I got 20 of the best college players right now, could they beat the Rockies?
They could win 3 out of 10 games.
Right. There we go. We
Yeah.
agree. We
And
agree.
I believe it could happen in basketball.
And basketball too.
Yeah,
I believe
really
that
do.
that could happen.
Soccer, you know,
Soccer.
but the physicality
Yeah,
of
football.
football, those guys,
Hockey.
you're
no.
not physical, not reaching your whole maturity as you go
Exactly.
until the 20s.
Yep.
I just,
Well, we're up against a hard break, Vito. Thanks for calling in. Glad you it was a good discussion. We of got to the nuts and bolts of it. Before I let you,
thanks for the update. I have
yeah,
15
hey, man.
Now, Vito, before we go, I wasn't here that day, and I agree. I observed what you gave me. I'm Baker that day. I wasn't here. But if Tulane beats Navy and I send you a Tulane shirt, will you wear it and take a picture for us?
At least if it looks good, I'll wear anything.
I love it, Vito. Give me 3 protein picks for today, brother.
All right. Let's go with I'm going to take Houston, laying the 5.5 at Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm going to take San Francisco with Purdy back, laying the 3.5 at Arizona. And, that squad, no Harrison and no Murray, of course. And then let's pick a hard one. I like the Lions to beat the Eagles, laying 2.5 at Philadelphia Sunday night.
It should be a great game tonight. I'm looking forward to that game more than any of the others besides the Bucks and Bills. Any thoughts on who's going to win the Bucks-Bills game?
I can't see. Listen, I can't see them winning up there. They're 15-1 in the last 16 home games. It's not going to be super cold. It's going to be windy, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Baker's got a good arm, but that changes the game around. I hate the fact that it's what it is, and Buffalo's acclimated to that. They're used to it. Buffalo's running game. If it has any kind of traction, they beat Tampa Bay going away.
Yeah, you're right. That's how I see it too, unfortunately. So what you just said, though, I need Scott to hear that again. You would not be opposed to Buffalo having a dome or all stadiums being domes so the weather doesn't control the game.
You play all year long, and you play conditions based on what? September, October, November. In the country, you don't get too much of a different little various in temperature here and there. Then you get to January and December. You've already played 14 games. All of a sudden now you get a game in downpouring snow where it changes the whole dramatic of the game. I'm just not a fan of that. I'm sorry. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind domes in the long-winded dissertation there. And, what they do in Buffalo, making it like a 60% dome where the fans are covered but the field isn't, at least it's something.
Yeah, I still don't like it. Well, Vito, thanks for those picks. Should be interesting. We're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer to the Sports Zone. And when we come back, we'll go down the NFL, a little fantasy, and a little bit investing again. And we'll see what happens next week in college football. So hang in there with us. We'll take your calls at 813-282-8283. We'll be right back. Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. It's football season. We're right in the meat of it, pun intended. And you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we and our loved ones get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today, 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right. How about them Texas Longhorns? They had a rough game yesterday, baby. Them Georgia Bulldogs got them. Sorry, Matthew. There you go. Texas, is it fair to say they're probably out of it, Josh? Or do they still have an outside shot?
No, I think they're done. They needed to win yesterday.
Okay, man. Okay. Well, that pretty much gives us a big wrap up on the college system. So let's talk pros. The Commanders Dolphins are playing right now. When the last I heard, it was 6-3. Another real great game there, going overseas to Barcelona. God bless.
Well, they don't
America.
want to outscore the soccer games.
There we go, man. Little Madrid action, you know. So
It's 13-6 right now,
Nice.
late in the third. Washington is
third.
up.
So they're going to make it kind of a baseball score, Scott, if it stays that way. There you go. 13-9. You know, they got a 3-run homer in the bottom of the fourth quarter.
That'll work.
That's one of the funniest lines ever, Scott. You liked Airplane, didn't you? It was funny and humorous.
Airplane?
Yeah, the movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that.
Absolutely.
But when I forgot his name.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. I knew the last name Nielsen. I couldn't remember Leslie.
Yeah.
When he goes, hey, it's 4th and 20, and we're going to hard court press you. I just fell over laughing the way he used basketball and football together like that. It was great.
Well, you had Kareem's in
That
the
exactly,
right.
which was funny too.
yeah,
It was some of those movies. It's good. I'm more of a true story guy, but if it's a funny comedy, like, you know, and if it has sports in it, aka Tin Cup, you know, those just crack me up. It's good stuff. We talked about the Bucks and Bills before we end the show. We'll go over them. I like to save them the best for last. Go Tampa Bay Bucks. Chargers at the Jaguars. Josh, I'm curious about this game. Is Justin Herbert going to be able to, take care of business? Are they going to be able to protect him? And I'm hoping the Jags can put some pressure on him. And we'll see if, Fabio, as I affectionately call him, Trevor Lawrence, can he settle in late? We're going to find out. I'm going to predict Jacksonville 24-20 over the Chargers.
Jacksonville over. Oh, I like the score, but I think the Chargers win on the road.
It's the other way around, huh?
I think.
Okay.
I personally, this could be way off, but I don't know. I feel like this season you're going to see the better teams win here later in the season.
There
won't be as many upsets. You've got more things kind of settling in. Like, you have a better sense of who is who at this point. And I just think the Chargers are a better team. I do like what Jacksonville's got going on, but there's no Brian Thomas again. Travis Hunter's hurt.
Yeah.
They're missing some pieces. Liam's going to have to figure out what to do with it. But it's just, for me, on a kind of, I guess, larger level, it's interesting. We always talk about fit in the NFL, about how a quarterback, where they land, really dictates things a lot. Like, there are way more reasons in the NFL why a good head coach or a good quarterback will fail as opposed to other sports.
Oh, no question.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, you can overcome so many situations, but when it comes to that, so if Trevor Lawrence had Harbaugh instead of Urban Meyer as his first coach,
that's a good point.
Has that stunted his growth? Did he never have it? How good was Dabo when, the
Very
college
good
leap
points.
is obviously different. These are two quarterbacks who are very, very, highly regarded, and Herbert's been inconsistent too. So conversely, if Herbert had been on the Jags in a different situation, what would it have looked like? We always say Mahomes wouldn't be Mahomes on the Bears.
I agree with no.
I don't think Tom Brady would have been Tom Brady without Belichick, without that defense to start out.
Mahomes with the Bears. That'd be interesting.
Once again, like we're talking about, how many quarterbacks do we see now
Yeah.
that with a second chance
look great.
are doing phenomenal?
And I'm going to go back to what you talk. We'll go with Mahomes. Does KC play in the dome?
No.
Okay. So
Vito made a good point. I like it for the whole year, but he made a good point stating how things can really, just, be unfair there at the end. I don't want the weather controlling who gets into the playoffs, Scott. That's what he was saying. And that's where.
do you think it's unfair? And I don't want to interrupt the games here, but
Right.
do you think it's unfair for Philadelphia to come here in September?
No, I don't.
Well, why?
Because the weather, bro, it's hot. It's just not good.
Everyone can practice. Everyone practices in the heat. Everyone has the summer months. Not everyone can prepare and practice for the
Yeah,
winter.
it's easier to prepare, but I don't like it. I've always said Miami should go to Buffalo in September, and Tampa Bay should go, up to other places in September that are not as hot here.
Look, dude, if the goal is for equality and fair competitive balance, then Patrick is correct.
Yeah.
You shouldn't let the weather inadvertently impact things. Do you feel the same way about baseball fields? That they should all be the same?
I do, because Josh, back in the day,
you're saying they should all be the same dimensions.
yeah, I know what you meant, Bo. What back in the day, see, they just put the stadiums out there with what land they had. Okay, Boston is Boston because of the land they had to offer. The Giants the New York baseball Giants, Ebbets Field was because of the land. Now you don't have that land problem, so just build the stadium
So
on
you
a piece
think
of
they
land.
should all be the same down the
So that's
line?
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
everything?
He's saying he's
All right.
consistent across all sports.
No,
he
I
wants the
get that.
players and the coaches to dictate everything.
All right, then let me ask you a question.
Go
If
for it.
you're saying the distance should be the same,
Mhm.
is it fair that Fenway with the Green Monster is the same distance, or are you saying all fences?
Yes,
everything.
everything, bro. Basketball is the same distance. Football, 100 yards, period. Okay. It's 90 feet to run the bases. So we're going to say it's 310 down
So
the
you're
line
saying
here.
everything, the height of the wall, the height
Everything.
of, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything, man. I'm,
Should all the fields be the same?
they are. Do you mean turf or grass?
No, they are not. Some are all dirt infield, some are all turf infield, some are all.
Yeah, I would have all grass, and then the bases would have the dirt on them. Period. That's me. And
Grass or turf?
I'd go with grass because there's still injuries in baseball because of the dang gum turf.
Well, turf makes it easier to field a ball too, but you don't get the bad hops.
No. But truthfully, you can get those little sliders.
Yeah.
You're
So
supposed
you're
to say
saying
them.
everything should be uniform in
Yes.
baseball.
Yeah,
in everything.
everything, brother. I'm just a big proponent of that. I don't like
You're
luck.
consistent, man.
Yeah, that's all I try to be, man. Now Panthers at the Falcons. I'm pulling for the Falcons again, man. Knock off the Panthers. Give the Bucks some more leeway. Can they do it? I think they can. I think the Falcons are going to win today, Josh. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I want it to benefit the Bucks, but I think at home they're going to come through. Okay.
Yeah, home division game. They should
Yeah.
be able to win.
Thank you.
I mean, I think those teams are both pretty close, relatively speaking. Rico Dowdle's been awesome.
Boy, hasn't he though? I mean, I'll tell you, Rico Suave, as we affectionately call
Again,
him, he's doing
situation.
good.
This is, you see
There
running
we
backs
go.
pop around, go somewhere else.
Would you say the Panthers are what we talked about 6 weeks ago? Whatever.
Okay.
Do you think the Panthers are overperforming our expectations?
No, I thought they'd be a 9-8 club. They're 5-5.
I definitely think the Falcons are under.
Oh
our
yeah, they've been
expectations.
choking it, buddy. Yeah, I thought they were going to give the Bucks a run for their money. I'm glad they're not, but I really did think they would. I think Michael Penix, he needs another year. He'll get it together. But the Panthers, isn't it funny? Head coach, where did he come from, Josh? The Bucks.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Depending on how our offense finishes this year, we could lose another coordinator.
I know.
I mean, that's the
Isn't
name
it
of the
crazy?
game.
We were like the breed. Scott, when we first started following the Bucks and loving them as kids, it's so funny. It used to be the breeding ground for players to go elsewhere. Now it's the breeding ground for coaches to go elsewhere. Boy, we can't buy a break here in Tampa Bay, sir.
You got to start looking at our coaching tree, and it is spreading out.
Yeah, man,
and
it's kinda cool.
talk about the Belichicks, the
Walsh, Reed,
Reed, all of their trees, and we got one. We got
Tony Dungy has a nice one.
Yeah, we've got a little branch going here.
Yeah, we do, man. We have the Texans at the Titans. Not really caring about this game. I got to think that the Texans will do okay. But because Davis Mills surprised me last week, Josh, he played well. Give the kid credit. I have to tell.
He's been around for a minute now. He's
That's
gotten the
helpful.
reps in.
That's right. You're right.
He's been there. And the
Yep.
Titans are absolutely trash.
Yeah, they're bad.
So there's that too.
Yeah, they're rough, dude. They're rough, boy. The Tennessee, yeah. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think Texans win. They it doesn't matter who's back there under center. I think their defense going to well. You know who's going to step up today is Woody Marks.
Yeah, I
Talking
like
about
Woody.
second half of the season and really getting into the fantasy playoffs here
Yeah,
in
man.
a few weeks. These rookie running backs and rookie receivers are going to start because the leashes come off. You heard D'Amico say this week. Their players. We got to get them involved. Then bust off 2 long ones against the Bucks last week again,
Yeah,
and then 3 more. He got a hat trick on Thursday night. So you start to see the coaches just and then up the depth chart, earn more work.
This
Sean
game,
Tucker, I know we're not a Bucks game yet,
Yeah,
but I
but
think
you're right.
it's Sean
Tucker's
Tucker.
gonna
He's
get
not a
some-
rookie,
No.
but some guys they take a little bit to develop. Rashad has not been good. He's been very inefficient. I think coaches are getting frustrated. So yeah, keep an eye on those young guys.
I like Tucker this week. We'll talk about him here in a few minutes. For our boy Ken Zire, God rest your soul, brother, up in heaven, my man. The Bears are playing the Vikings, and I think the Bears are going to win this game. I think it's going to be I have a feeling the Bears are going to beat them more than people think. We'll see. I'm going to say Bears.
Wow.
I think they're starting to come together, man. I just got a good feeling.
Oh, good, man. We
Yeah.
talk about needing a good quarterback coach combo and
Yeah,
everything
man.
else can kind
Yeah.
Ben John, I think Caleb's good. I know
I do.
people want to hate him because he's eccentric and represents a lot of the things about Gen Z or whatever he is that bothers people. But on the field, the kid is so talented.
You know, he's just going to have to live up to that. It was like Joe Willie Namath, you know, Joe Willie for the 60s and 70s was eccentric, but he backed it up. If you can back it up, you can get away with it. And they'll even like immortalize you. But if you don't, they're going to put you down
And
harder than
look
ever.
at-
in days
Look at Jackson Dart with the Giants.
Yeah.
Again, if they're you're pushing the line. That stuff's fun when you're young and they've had a lot of injuries.
Marshawn, the interviews, the stuff he used to do.
Well, it's funny you brought up the
He
Giants.
was way more established by then.
Yeah.
but-
Well, yeah.
Jackson Dart, you know, he's in concussion protocol, so he won't play this week. We got our boy Jameis Winston playing, Scotty. Come on, Jameis. Big game today. I want 3 touchdowns and not the 3 interceptions with it.
the one thing
you
about
don't get that's not how it works.
It don't work that way.
The
Sorry.
one-
I'm hoping, Josh.
that Jameis is the one quarterback that we've watched for years that you truly can see a 5 touchdown game or a 5 interception.
No, in
game.
the same game.
In the same game, that's especially
So
3 and 3.
he-
That's why I made the joke.
Jameis is the exception to everything we just talked about. Jameis is going to be Jameis no matter where he is, no matter who his coach
Yeah.
is. It makes 0 difference
I'm
whatsoever.
sorry. I will say it, and I have said, yes, he won Super Bowls. Jameis is like Brett Favre. They didn't. They threw the ball. Well, they didn't care who caught it.
Brett's decision making was a hair better.
You
Number one,
think?
yeah, it was. And he didn't do it at the bad times. Brett Favre would always start out.
Brett Favre had a lot better guys around him too, though.
Well, he did. But I'm saying with Brett Favre, the first quarter, boy, he'd overthrow guys because he'd be all jacked up and juiced up. In the fourth quarter, he wouldn't throw those tragic interceptions like Jameis did. Go ahead. What's up, Josh?
I'm just thinking. So Brett Favre had a bunch better weapons than Jameis Winston did. So Sterling Sharp or Mike
No,
Evans?
He had a much better
Sterling Sharp or Mike Evans?
team. Sterling Sharp or Mike Evans?
Because Sterling.
Evans.
Okay, because Sharp got the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
he wasn't first
exactly.
ballot. So
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
Evans.
question.
But no, what I'm saying, I'm not saying offense.
Don't
I'm
forget my
saying
boy
as a
Jordy
team,
Nelson.
As a
Go ahead.
he
team.
didn't play with Favre. He was with Rodgers.
No, I know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying wide receivers from Green Pass.
Uh,
Just being cute.
They had Jordy, Greg Jennings.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Rod, Old
Devontae,
Man River. We'll be talking about Old Man River here in a
Devonta
minute.
Adams, who's been doing well for the Rams, racking up those touchdowns. I'm telling you, it's going to
Can the
hurt.
Giants win today?
We've talked about a dead cat bounce before, right? Fired
Yes.
the coach, come in a little bit better, rebound it. So yeah, I do. I think they're gonna. I think they could. I like taking the points. The Packers have not looked good. That game the other night was ugly. Their offense wasn't doing much at all. So they could. But I kind of like the Giants getting the points here at the very
the Giants
least.
can, if Jameis on his first drive can move the ball and score a touchdown and not turn it over, seriously, because he does that a lot.
He's gonna keep. He's
It's
gonna
be
keep.
good,
He's gonna
beautiful.
keep both teams in the game the whole time.
Patrick, he's going to move the ball. We just don't know which direction.
There we go. I love it. We're going to take a quick time out here on AM 860, The Answer, the Sports Zone. When we come back, we'll finish up with the last 1 o'clock game and the 4 o'clockers, and then tonight's game. I'm looking forward to that. Lions at the Eagles. So hang in there with us. We'll give you some more fantasy advice and some more predictions. We'll be right back. Hi, folks. You've heard about Opportunity Knocks. Better answer the door. Well, guess what? There's a new meat market right across from Armwood High School called Opportunity Knocks, taking care of everybody out there when it comes to restaurants with their food. Well, guess what? Now you get restaurant quality right at Opportunity Knocks across from Armwood High School. You won't go wrong. Football season, we're right in the meat of it, pun intended. And you can't beat it. Grilling it, frying it, however you want to do it, we'll make it happen at Opportunity Knocks, next to Martha's Restaurant.
Happy Sunday from the Sports Zone with Patrick Highland. And we do hope that it's a happy day and that everything is going as well for you and your family as it possibly can. That today is a good day and that you have many, many more good days in front of you. But no matter how well any of us are doing on this good day, the unfortunate reality of life remains that all of us are likely to face bad days in the future, no matter how distant that future may seem right now. When it comes to matters of health, particularly as we get older, it's predictable that all of us are likely to face hard challenges the longer we live, and that is multiplied by the amount of people we are directly responsible for. You may not want to ask yourself this question, but what if something unexpected happened to you today or tomorrow? How would your family be impacted, particularly those who are relying on you? Is there a plan in place for the bad days that all of us will inevitably face? Just like the best time to prepare for the storm is before storm season arises, so too is it best to prepare for the toughest seasons of your life during these times, which are relatively good and free from the storms. If you don't feel confident that you're prepared for those bad days ahead, either for yourself or your family, give Patrick Highland a call right now. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. Patrick has insurance solutions and years of experience helping people plan for their financial future and guiding them through the storms of their lives. When it comes to matters of health, finances, and the challenges that go along with getting older, Patrick's experience can help you find the right answers. You can't ensure that bad days ahead won't happen, but you can insure yourself against the worst possible scenarios. So buy yourself some peace of mind while your skies are still peaceful and call Patrick Highland today. 813-966-1052. That's 813-966-1052. And if you're a veteran, we thank you for your service.
Welcome back to the Sports Zone. Let's get back to the discussion. In Hillsboro, 813-289-1860. Anywhere else, toll free 877-969-8600. And now your host, Patrick Highland.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging in there with us here on AM 860 The Answer, Salem Communications, coming to you live every Sunday from 11 to 12. And we appreciate you checking us out. We have the Bengals at the Steelers. Okay. Steelers by 5.5. Do they cover the number with Old Man River Aaron Rodgers, Josh?
I don't like this Steelers team at all, really. This is another I guess these old quarterbacks now, because right, you've got Flacco playing for the Bengals as well. And
Yes.
He's looked really good, way better than Rodgers has, but it's just a coin flip on how they're going to get out of bed in the morning. Because when you're so old, you don't know how they're going to look. And Rodgers looked better at the beginning of the season, and so is he just going to continue to trail off? I think you'll see, as like before a dog dies,
You're
they
right.
have those kind of bursts of energy.
You're right.
I think that's what Aaron Rodgers, he's a dying
It's a
dog.
rough way to put it, but I
He's
get
a
your
di-
point.
He's a dying
Poor
dog.
Aaron.
That's what he is.
Golly.
Ayahuasca Aaron.
Oh, that's
Apparently he's got a Monty Te'o situation where he's got like a secret wife or something.
beautiful.
Yeah.
My boy
A
Aaron.
secret wife?
Apparently.
Oh,
For a
boy.
guy, yeah, I don't know. That's
Lord have mercy.
whatever works.
should have hung out with my girl Danica Patrick. I liked her. Anyway, and her and Miranda Lambert in their video was very nice. Scott, you would appreciate it. Let's see. There you go. Just a little slap.
No, I think I think it's
The
0-3.
good news is we're going to win the division. Can we get hot?
brother. You were talking about the Panthers. There is a reality
No,
where
you're right.
they take both of those.
I know.
And that could, like, who knows what I mean, there aren't that many games left at this point in the season, but we are
8 games left.
Guys,
brother.
we win one of the next 2. Okay, let's say we win one of the next 2,
Oh,
and no
that's
one's
huge.
talked about it, but the Bucks are sitting at 6-3 with no ball players. I mean, basically,
It's
we've
been
been
makeshift.
gutted.
You're
We've
right.
been gutted.
Yeah.
We make the playoffs,
Right.
and I don't know when they pick it, but let's say we make the playoffs and we end up 11-5. I mean, I'm
11 and
sorry,
6. Go
11-6.
Okay.
Is Todd Bowles, with the injuries and everything, is he in the coach of the year discussion?
This is amazing how far this conversation is.
I know it
Y'all
is.
wanted to fire him.
That's
No,
good that he switched.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm impressed. Between Vito acknowledging that he was
Right.
wrong about something, I mean,
This guy-
we're
We're having a good Sunday,
building
Josh.
greatness today.
Well, they've made a lot of changes to help Bowles too,
So,
and it's helped
The
them.
reason why not would be because there's just other candidates who are better. So Vrabel for the Patriots, because no one was expecting. It's all about wins above expectation,
Right.
which is an imperfect metric, obviously.
I
You're
agree
right.
with that, but no one would have known we would have been winning the games we were winning without the players.
If they can be
I
7
agree
and
with
4,
Joshua.
Yeah, 7-4, man, that'd be nice. I'll take 7-4 right now, please, and then we'll go in.
If we can win one of the next 2, that would
That's
be
my
great.
point,
Because it's
7 and
not
4.
even just for me. It's not just about the standings. These are barometer matchups. If you look at our schedule and
Yes.
who we've actually beaten, I mean, that Seahawks win was impressive. And we talked about some of these other ones. We squeaked our way in. We got lucky. Balls bounced the right way.
Yeah.
And there's only so far you can go. But look, things keep going the way they're going. We will most likely be hosting the Rams or the Seahawks in the
Yes.
first round in
Yeah,
that
you're
opening
right.
matchup
You're
or
right.
whatever.
Yeah, 'cause it'll be-
Still lots of football left to be
Oh,
played.
yeah,
Who
I
knows?
know.
But-
In a horrible rainy game.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely. That's nice. That's nice. Now, you know what? See? All right. So I'm not a hypocrite. Did I like it when Allstott was running the rock in the mud? Yeah. But was it right? No. See? So at least I'm fair and objective, because it was sure nice to play the under with the Bucks for investment purposes. Okay.
Or person.
Or purses, baby, because you made the money. Show me the money.
All right, 49ers, Cardinals, don't care. 49ers.
Oh, easy
win.
now.
Ravens, Browns.
No, seriously, Josh, the 49ers at the Cardinals. I think they're going to beat them pretty good today, the 49ers. I hope
I don't
I'm right.
think they have enough firepower to beat anyone.
I think
by a
Purdy and the
lot.
defense is going to shut down the Cardinals. We'll see if Mr. Brissett, or as I like to call him, Brisket Man, can pull it off. Jacoby's doing well. We'll see if he can continue it.
Another journeyman who's
Yes.
been able. He's solid.
You're
safe
right.
Floor can
Yep.
do it well.
But I like your point, Josh. Let's get to the big game. The Chiefs at the Broncos, baby. Does Patrick Mahomes and the group find a way to win in Denver, or does Mr. Sean Payton and Mr. Bo Nix keep it rocking and rolling? What do you think?
I like Mahomes there. I like Mahomes and the Chiefs. These are
Dude.
the games they win. This is just when the Chiefs get it going. If they are who we thought they are, yeah, I think they win this one. They're the better team. This is reminding me of some of that old school AFC type stuff with
Yes, it is.
with Brady and
The Wild
and
Wild
all
West,
that, yeah.
even way old school.
The Broncos look good. Don't get me wrong by any means.
Thank
Like
you.
they've got a lot going
I like
on.
'em.
That division.
I'm
they're-
going to say the Broncos, man. They're going to pull off the upset. Scotty?
I like Peyton as a coach.
I do too,
I
man. One of
really
my
do.
favorites.
I really
24-20 Chiefs.
You know, and speaking
I
of,
think it's going to be a 3 to 5 point game either way.
yeah, you would think. You would think. I would agree with that. You know, Ravens at the Browns, like Josh said. Who cares? Lions at the Eagles tonight, Josh. I'd like to see the Lions pull this off because then it'd put the Eagles at 7-3 and the Lions would be at 7-3. That would, and if the Bucks could pull it off today on a miracle and be 7-3, that'd be pretty cool. And then if the Rams or Seahawks are going to be 7-3, I hope it's. I'm going to say I hope the Seahawks win since we beat them, Josh. So at the end of the year, it'd be close, and then we'll see what happens against the Rams next week. No, it should be a fun-filled day
I
today.
think Lions take that one. I don't know.
You do?
Yeah.
I hope you're right, my
I think
friend.
they're one of the best teams.
I
in the whole
agree
league.
with that.
But no, I mean, in terms of the Bucks today, yeah, it's a tough stretch. The Bills, they're coming off a bad loss.
Yes,
right?
that's
Against
what
me. So
yeah, thanks a lot, Miami.
Yeah,
when I
I
need
think
you to win, you don't. And
it's
when
a
I need you to lay down for help out the Bucks, they don't.
it's a bounce back for them. And you know what was tough last week is like there was still that belief. All right, Baker, comeback mode. We can do it. We can get there. And so this is where the Todd Bowles and the coaching needs to keep the boys locked in. Bro, I heard Rondé criticizing Antoine Winfield on his radio. I mean, like props to him. We should always be calling people out, criticizing. But this is what, of all the people you think would be making mistakes, Antoine, we can't have that. You got to have the guys we do have on the field locking in and doing well.
You're right. Win the games you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Players that need to play to their potential or exceed it, and then you got a winner.
I
And
think
it's
we
kind of
see-
funny. Fantasy football and real football is the same thing.
No, I think we see a lot of points today, but the Bills end up winning. I think Sean Tucker breaks off some long runs. He's going to be more involved.
The good news is no snow, so we should be okay in that department. I hope the wind dies down.
Our Johnsons need to have big games.
Yes, they do, brother. I couldn't say that any better. And make it happen, baby. Let's go. Run hard, Buckaroos. Anything can happen on any given Sunday, and we need the Bucks to come through. All right, folks. God bless you. Do a random act of kindness this week, please. God bless everybody.
Peace and respect, Tampa Bay.
On
Peace and respect.
today's show, we're talking about vitamin D, sometimes referred to as the sunshine vitamin. But folks,